going to tell you is not about the leaders, it's about the people and the people issues. And I am, on behalf of the Kenya Kwanza Alliance, a very happy person. All of us as a family are happy that we have been joined by the Maendeleo Chap Chap party. You heard the statement of Governor Alfred Mutua yesterday, and today we're being joined by Governor Jefferson Kingi with his team, again as we march on to a Kenya of new possibilities. Those of us in Kenya Kwanza are happy to welcome PAA, Jefferson Kingi and his team from PAA into this great movement, and together walk the journey of making Kenya a better place, a place where every citizen has value, and a place where every hustle matters. So I will take this opportunity now to ask my brother Amason Jefferson Kingi, the governor of Kilifi County, and also the party leader of PAA, to come and make his statement, and then we will make some concluding remarks. My brother.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Allow me to read a statement, a written statement, which is very much unusual of me. On the 8th of May, 2022, Pamoja African Alliance signed a coalition agreement with Kenya Kwanza Alliance. This was after a series of consultative meetings with Pamoja African Alliance stakeholders that ended with PAA's NEC passing an official resolution to join Kenya Kwanza Alliance. PAA, as a political party, was founded to pursue a buffet of both local and national objectives. Due to the historical and continued marginalization of the Coast region, Pamoja African Alliance prioritized 3 agenda items so as to address this endemic vice. The first is the land question at the coast. The second is the region's economy. And the third is inclusivity in mainstream public service of the coastal parcel. Since Pamoja African Alliance was not fielding a presidential candidate for the 2022 general elections, and in order to pursue and achieve these objectives, Pamoja African Alliance had to look for a suitable partnership that was willing to specifically commit to address these 3 main issues affecting the coastal population. Initially, Pamoja African Alliance had hoped to join the Azimio political configuration. Unfortunately and regrettably, Pamoja African Alliance had to opt out midway of Azimio for 3 fundamental reasons. Reason number 1, why we walked away from Azimio: the legal process for PAA to be legally in Azimio could not be completed, as it was frustrated by the flat refusal of Azimio to make available a copy of the Azimio agreement, which would have enabled PAA to table the same before our NEC for ratification as demanded by the party constitution. Reason number 2, the dealings in Azimio are shrouded in disturbing deep secrecy and mistrust. Consultations and decisions are made by a few and forced down the throats of the majority of the constituent parties. Number 3, due to the above, two reasons, it became difficult for PAA to pursue its three-item agenda for and on behalf of our people within the Azimio configuration. Apart from the usual rhetorics during political gatherings, there is absolutely nothing to show in terms of commitment for the coastal people in the Azimio configuration. In the past and during campaigns, presidential candidates have always verbally promised the coast people heaven, only to forget what they promised once they got into power. This time, the coast people were not going to accept anything short of a written commitment that can legally be enforced. Therefore, as a party, we had to seek for alternative partners who were willing to commit in writing the implementation of the three primary agenda facing the coastal people. After short but deep and intense engagement with the Kenya Kwanza Alliance partners, PAA signed a pre-election agreement detailing how the three agenda items will be addressed immediately Kenya Kwanza Alliance forms government after the 2022 general elections. And for avoidance of doubt, the agreement provides, amongst other things, that upon winning the presidential election scheduled for the 9th of August 2022, Kenya Kwanza Alliance administration shall ensure the following within the 2022-2027 development cycle. Number one, reverse all operational changes that have been carried out in the recent past, whose effect has been to relocate some of the core activities of the Kenya's main seaport from Mombasa to inland depots in Nairobi and Naivasha. To this end, the necessary administrative and legislative measures shall be undertaken within a year, effective 9th August 2022. As you're aware, the port operations have all been moved inland, and that has caused immeasurable sufferings to the people of the coast region. Hence the need to reverse that. Two, put in place necessary reforms to ensure the Port of Lamu brings measurable employment and other economic benefits to the local communities. Three, revive the cashew nut, coconut, and bixia industries, especially in the coast region, by funding the same. Four, involve local communities in the management and benefit sharing of the resources associated with the blue economy. Five, establish a benefit sharing arrangement between the national government and the local communities in the coast region in respect to mining and other natural resources. Six, review the Coast Guard Act and other laws to enhance the protection of local communities' fishing and other economic activities. Number seven, address the historical land injustices, especially at the coast, including necessary reforms of relevant laws and the setting up of a land compensation fund to assist the locals to progressively acquire or purchase land from absentee landlords. To this end, budgetary allocations shall be provided for to achieve these aims effective 9th August 2022 for the entire 5-year period. Number eight, promote inclusivity of residents of the coastal region into the management and equitable benefit sharing of the national assets located at the coast. Lastly, ensure equitable representation of residents of the coast region in national government appointments and the equitable representation in all cadre of civil service, disciplined forces, Kenya's diplomatic staff, and all sectors of the public service. So these are the core issues that PAA brought to Kenya Kwanza, and we are happy to announce that all these issues have been captured well in the written agreement that was signed on the 8th of May between PAA and Kenya Kwanza. Now, for the reasons outlined above, we have no doubt that once Kenya Kwanza Alliance forms government, a new chapter that will bring hope to for our people will officially begin. You must have noted in my statement that our coming to Kenya Kwanza has got nothing to do with individual positions. We are not interested. Ours is to make sure the problems facing our people are given priority. The issues that are always a campaign issue, that everyone coming to the coast, because they know we have land problems, they'll promise us that once I become president, I'll handle the land question. For over 60 years, prior to independence and even after independence, that has always been a promise of anyone wanting to get the 2 million votes at the coast. Today, the coastal person is saying we are not taking nothing short of a written commitment. And we're happy that we couldn't get this in Azimio, but Kenya Kwanza have agreed, and indeed they've done it. They have put this as a commitment that if we win, and we're going to win, the 9th of August 2022 elections, these issues are not just a promise, they are commitment. It is a covenant between Kenya Kwanza and the people of Coast. We have no reason as a region to go elsewhere other than Kenya Kwanza. We absolutely feel our plight, that our pain will be eased in the Kenya Kwanza administration. The coastal chapel they're looking for is to end the derogatory and demeaning title of being called squatters in an independent country. That has to end. And it cannot end through promises. It can only end through commitment to walk that journey. And we're happy that that journey has officially begun. Now, for this to happen, Kenya Kwanza must form government. And that's why I call upon my brothers and sisters in Coast Region that the failing of Kenya Kwanza to capture government on the 9th of August 2022 will spell doom to us as a region. If Kenya Kwanza goes down on the 9th of August 2022, so will our dream as a region. We have a commitment in Kenya Kwanza. We have rhetorics on the other side. That is the difference. We have been accused of all sorts after signing this agreement, that we've been playing both sides. We have been told that we were demanding to get a copy of the agreement because we wanted to use it to benchmark. To benchmark what? Kenya Kwanza and Azimio are two different legal entities. One is a political party, the other is a coalition. So how do you benchmark the two? If you want to fly a plane, you don't go to a car yard to benchmark. But we know why we're here. Our reason to come to Kenya Kwanza is driven by the desire to finally find a solution to the problems facing our people. Securing positions, we could have secured individual positions in Azimio. But that is not our intention as PAA. And I've been telling people that in fact, our first intention was not to form a political party. At the time PAA was being formed, this country had over 80 political parties. But we felt there was something missing. None of these parties felt the pain the cost person was feeling. And therefore, PAA was born. PAA is more than a political party. Ni kilio cha haki. Tunalilia haki, na safari ya kupata haki yetu imeanza. The first thing is you need to trust your partner. If you're not willing to commit in writing, then you don't mean well for us. You don't mean well to us. If you really want to address the problems facing the coastal person, why is it so difficult to commit it in writing? But they can't. Why? Because they know they won't do it. That will not be tolerated by our people. And this time around, our people have said, look here, we are not going to accept nothing short of a written commitment. And thank you, Deputy President. Thank you with your Kenya Kwanza Alliance team for accepting to put these issues and taking them as a commitment that once you're sworn in as the 5th president of this country, you will address these issues. Not everybody who calls upon the Lord's name will go to heaven. Not everybody who calls himself the 5th becomes the 5th. PAA today brings to this team a lot of determination and energy to win the elections. That's what we bring to this team. We bring good faith. To the Kenya Kwanza Alliance team, as a party, we have just walked away from dishonesty. We hope we don't find it here. We have walked away from mistrust. We hope we don't get it here. We have walked away from political deceit. We hope we don't get it here. We hope that respect and trust will be the glue that binds this alliance. In PAA, you have a formidable partner. In PAA, we talk less and do more. We will do whatever is within our powers to look for votes where we can. Na kama nilivyokuambia, signing of this agreement, or other agreements, is the easiest thing to do. Everybody can sign a coalition agreement, but not everybody can win an election. We have done the easy part, Bwana Chief Hustler. We have done the easy part of signing this agreement. It is the easiest thing to do. Now, we need to fold the sleeves, go to the villages, scale the mountains, descend the valleys, and bring the presidency home. It can be done, and it shall be done with God on our side. Waswahili wanasema kupanda mchongoma si ngoma. Ngoma ni kushuka mchongoma. Kutia mikataba kama hii si huja. Mtu yoyote yule anaweza kutia sahihi mikataba kama hii, lakini kilichobaki ni kufunga vibwebwe, kukunja mikono ya mashati, kukunja masuruali yetu na tukubali kuingia katika mashimo, kwenda vitongojini, kupanda milima, kuteremka mabonde, kuhakikisha kwamba tarehe 9 mwezi wa 8 tunakuchagua kama rais wetu wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, kama rais wa 5. Na tunajua kwa nguvu ya Mwenyezi Mungu, amen, utapishwa kama rais wa 5 wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. Sisi hatupigi kifua. Hiyo ni biashara ya kule tulikotoka. Sisi hatumimini wala kumwaga matusi. Hiyo ni biashara tuliacha kule tumetoka. Sisi tumekuja kwa unyenyekevu na heshima. Na ombi letu ni kwamba yale yote ambayo yamefanya tuchukue virago tuje hapa, tusiyapate mambo haya katika upande huu. Na uzuri ni kwamba tumepata hakikisho sahihi kwamba katika sehemu hii ama katika Kenya Kwanza Alliance, heshima ndio kitu cha kwanza. Respect. Hiyo ndo tunahitaji. Manake Mungu japo akatumba tofauti, lakini sote ni viumbe vyake na tunastahili kuheshimu ama kumheshimu mwenzako. Kwa hivyo kama PAA, sisi tuko tayari kuchana mbuga. Kama PAA, tutapaa kama ule paa ule mbugani, kuhakikisha kwamba baada ya kupaa huku kote, tarehe 9 mwezi wa 8 mwaka huu tunatua katika ikulu ya Jamhuri ya Kenya. Ukiangalia yale matakwa yote ambayo nimezungumzia kuhusu wakazi wa pwani, hii yote inaashiria kitu kimoja tu: kumtoa mtu wa kawaida, kumtoa mwananchi wa kawaida kutoka hali ya ufukara na kumleta katika hali ambayo anaweza kumudu hali ya maisha. Nasikia hiyo hapa kwenyu mnaita bottoms up. Bottom up. Hapa mnaita hivyo, sio? We have to take the biggest population of this country that is wallowing in poverty from where they are, from the state of hopelessness, to a state where they can proudly say, I'm a Kenyan. And I believe with what PAA stands for and what Kenya Kwanza stands for, Kenyans have reasons to smile once Kenya Kwanza administration is in place. We thank you, and may God bless you.
Thank you. Very good. My good brother Amason Jeffa Kingi and the Kenya and the Pamoja African Alliance team. Two things. The party leader of PAA has confirmed that we have made a commitment as Kenya Kwanza that the issues they have brought to the table on matters to do with the land, on matters to do with the economy of the coast region, on matters to do with public service inclusivity for the people from the coast region, are matters that we have not only agreed, but we have made as a commitment by Kenya Kwanza. And we have signed into that commitment because we have every intention, commitment, and belief that we will deliver on this commitment. And I want to confirm to the Pamoja African Alliance team that there is a world of a difference from where you are coming from and Kenya Kwanza. Kenya Kwanza is an alliance of Democrats, of the willing. I am sure you know, on the other side, people are forced, coerced, blackmailed, and threatened to belong to the other side. When I hear the people on the other side saying there was an attempt at benchmarking, how can there be benchmarking between darkness and the light? There is nothing that we have in common with the people on the other side. The journey to the alliance of the willing already started when we had the first meeting with our PAA colleagues. Different from the agreement they signed on the other side, which they were never allowed to read, which they don't have a copy. Here, they had days to read the agreement we had with them. They even had days to improve on the agreement we had with them. And they have copies of the agreement we have signed with them. So there is a world of a difference between us and the other side. The other side use force. Here we use respect. The other side are deep in secrecy, deceit, and conmanship. Here we are an open, transparent coalition of Democrats, the free and the willing. So we want to tell our friends on the other side, good people, there is nothing that we share with your modus operandi. There is nothing to benchmark between Kenya Kwanza and the other group. I also want to say that on the matters that my good brother Amason Kingi, on matters to do with the port, it was never the intention of the government of Kenya to build the SGR so that the coast can be impoverished. That was never the intention. In fact, the converse was the intention. The SGR was meant to make the port much more efficient, better, and to improve the business and the fortunes of the people in the coast. Unfortunately, a few people took hostage the whole program and ended up with selfish programs that benefit a few people to the detriment of the entire population of the coast people. And we have made a commitment that administrative issues, legal issues, we are going to undertake both administrative and legal steps to reverse what has become the biggest impoverishment of the people of Mombasa and the coast in its entirety. The commitment to having resources allocated so that the people of the coast can progressively begin to acquire land from absentee landlords is a commitment Kenya Kwanza has made to the people of the coast and to the people of Kenya. The issue of people living as squatters in their own country in the 21st century, 60 years or 50-something years after independence, is not something that anybody would want to second guess. That is a matter brought to the table by PAA, and we have given a commitment as Kenya Kwanza that we will work together beginning on the 9th of August to travel that journey and get the people of Kenya to be, the people of the coast especially, and the rest of the people of Kenya to live in their country, not as quotas, but as citizens and owners of land in their country. So again, let me say, on all our behalf, we welcome PAA and team to Kenya Kwanza. We give you our commitment that together with you, we will work tirelessly to change the foundation of our country and to get rid of deceit and conmanship from the politics of our country. It is the least we can do for the people of Kenya. You have said correctly that you're committed to this journey and you will roll up your sleeves. And I want to tell you, we will walk together. We are as determined as you are in making sure that the elections of 9th August this year are won decisively by the Kenya Kwanza team. I told you earlier that those of us who are in Jubilee know how effective and how committed and how efficient you and your team are, because we were victims in Kilifi especially, where as Jubilee, we didn't get even an MCA seat in that county because you worked so hard to make sure that the side you belonged to that time won the election. So we are confident that if you bring the same zeal into Kenya Kwanza, we have no doubt in our minds that Kilifi will be 98% Kenya Kwanza, and the rest of the coast will follow suit. Thank you very much. Let me maybe request a few of our leaders just to say one or two things before we take some questions. Maybe I will start with Hassan. Where is Hassan? Hassan, 1 minute, Hassan, from Lamu.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Kwa ndugu zetu wa Kristo, God is good all the time, and that is the nature of God. Sisi.
Well, live pictures from the official residence of the